What's up? Welcome to today's stream. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is today's stream. Yeah. I had to think a little bit. I've been recording all day, so even though it is a new stream, I've been busy today. I have work, obviously. Then there's other things that I got going on in life. Yeah. What's up, Yanni? How you doing? You came here to see this peak sexiness that we got going on today? I didn't know it was possible. Y'all thought everybody who code was ugly and out of shape and disgusting. It ain't true. Some of us normal. I don't really have, I don't know. I don't know what the situation with OpenAI is. And this does affect me, right? Like, it's not like most people who are just looking afar and they're just, oh yeah. Like, I am making use of their APIs to build the thing that I'm building. And yeah, let's just say I've lost some confidence to continue building on top of OpenAI. That's where I'm at. So while, the main things that I set out to build with this project, YT, Slackbot, whatever it is, those have been done. Like, technically it's done. It's merged. It works. In fact, it would work now if I actually would have enabled it. But yeah, it's technically working. Now from here, I can do stuff like merging my PR so that when it merges, it takes the contents that's in the body of that PR and then puts it inside of that file and then, commits it. But, a lot of that stuff was to drive some of the other workflows, specifically around the OpenAI stuff, which is like, I'm going to give it the transcription of my video, which I can do locally. So I don't need to use or depend on them for that, fortunately. But I still need to send stuff to them. And I still need to rely on it to be available and all that other kind of stuff. So it's just a lot of unknowns at the moment, unfortunately. Yo, what's up? What's up, Casual Economist? How you doing? Oh, sorry, I looks like I missed something. It says, I'm just out here pissed at ChatGPT. Oh, ChatGPT is down? Wait, what? Wait, seriously? I did not know that. Oh, wow. Wait, alpha? Why is it telling me to upgrade to plus? I'm a paying member. Okay, all right, well then. Wow. Oh, this is news. I did not know ChatGPT was down, so fuck. Yeah, this ruins a lot of things that I had planned. I depend on their API to do things. Man, let's see here. Let's briefly touch base on this. Wait, hold on. On this 8K definition. Wait, 8K definition? Nah, bro, we not 8K over here. This is 1440p. And the only reason we're 1440p is because of Twitch and Twitter, their limitations. I'm multi-streaming right now to several platforms. So I stream in what's known as the weakest link. And at this point, there are two weak links. There's Twitter and Twitch. Both of them, the max that they support is 1440p at 60 frames per second, which is why I'm streaming at 1440 60p. In the past, my streams were 1080p, and that's because Twitch only supported 1080p. YouTube supports 4K. If I only stream to YouTube, I would be streaming in 4K right now, but I am trying to increase the reach of these streams. Even though most of the growth that I get is from YouTube, I'm going to continue to stream to Twitch as well as Twitter, mainly because of it's disaster recovery. It's that same tenet. You want backups, right? You need systems in place so that when one system is down, or when it's not behaving the way that you expect it to behave, you can just move on over to the next one, right? So you want to be platform agnostic. At least that's what I want to be. So as a result, we're taking a little bit of hit of quality, but I happen to know that most of you do not pay for YouTube Premium, so it's not like you'd be able to watch me in 4K anyways. So you need YouTube Premium to watch in 4K. Most people don't have a 4K monitor. Most people don't pay for YouTube Premium. Most people probably don't even have the bandwidth necessary to watch content in 4K. So as a result, yeah. TLA, has he been streaming lately? I haven't seen anything from him in the past month or two. I haven't seen anything and I haven't unsubscribed. So I'm wondering if he's like still streaming. Is he okay? Or am I just out of the loop? It could be that. I do get busy sometimes and I'll forget to, well, it's not that I forget, it's just I have priorities and typically YouTube is not, it's not very high on that. But is he okay? Is he still streaming? Yeah, he did. When? I didn't see that. I haven't seen anything from TLA in the past 6 weeks. Tony the Closer kidnapped TLA. Oh, so he was out for a little bit. He did take a vacation. So it's not just me thinking, okay. Because I know that sometimes YouTube plays these little funny games and tricks where they will stop promoting a certain creator's content because maybe they said something that they don't like or whatever reason. So, like I wasn't sure if, he just had decided to take some time off or what. I don't know. Something is going on with P. Diddy and he just did a stream about it. Let's see what's going on with P. Diddy. Or tell me. I don't follow stuff like that. In fact, the only reason why I know about certain current events in the culture is because I generally would watch TLA or is his name Anton Daniels or Davis? Is his name Anton Daniels or Davis? Anton Daniels? Let's see. It may be this guy. Yeah. Anton Daniels. I saw his picture. Yeah, this guy. Yeah. So for the most part, unless it's on like one of these people's or thing, or if it's on some other, channel that I follow, I don't really keep up with news. But yeah, let's see what's going on with P. Diddy. What did he do? Is he in trouble or something? Huh? Wait, what? And for those of you who are wondering who is P. Diddy, because I do understand that not everybody who watches me is here in America or even is a part of, let's just say, we're multicultural over here. P. Diddy is, he's formerly known as Puff Daddy. His real name is Sean Combs. He's a rapper. Well, he used to rap. I don't know if he's really a rapper, but he used to rap. He's a producer. He's an event organizer. He's just like a person who's been in the music industry for a really long time. And who's this? Kesha changes Sean Diddy Combs reference in TikTok lyrics. Kesha, is she still a person? Look how she look. God dang. Do y'all remember Kesha? Wow. I remember her from college. Oh my gosh. This is what wow. Damn. Is this really what she looks like now? Do y'all remember Kesha? I'm just curious. Y'all remember Kesha? My gosh. Did she start doing drugs or something? Like what? Hold on, I know we were supposed to be talking about P. Diddy, but now I'm like, is she on drugs? She look old and like, I guess not, maybe. Or maybe they cleaned it, I don't know. She's looking different. Kesha in 2022, my gosh, wow. All right, sure. I don't know how we got on Kesha. I thought I typed P. Diddy, but somehow I saw Kesha. Diddy's shocking history of alleged violence against those who don't bend to his will. I guess that's what that says. Yeah, okay. I love how like these people write these stories. Oh, of course. These people write these stories. It's like, do you not understand the world that we live in? We live in an anarchy. That's the world we live in. And I don't mean like, I know people don't really think about these words, but there is no state higher than the states that operate on the world, if that makes sense, right? Like you have the United States, you have China, you have like Iran and all these other countries, right? There is no higher power over us. Therefore, we are in an anarchy, aka a non-hierarchy. That's what and not we are not in a hierarchy. So generally that's how it works, like if that's how things work. You either bend to a will or you experience things. And I'm not saying that that's what happens here. I'm just relating this to like geopolitics, things that I care about. I care more about geopolitics than whoever, I guess, a lawsuit. What is she suing them for? Accusing a hip-hop mainstay of rape and a decade-long pattern of abuse that began when she was 19 years old. How old is she now? Is Cassie? If she got raped at 19, let's see how old Cassie is. Or Cat, how the hell you say her name? Cassie age. How about that? She's 37. Okay, so she's suing him for something that happened 2 decades ago, supposedly. I don't know. Supposedly happened 2 decades ago. That it's like, well, what? Why didn't she go to the police when it happened, or the day after it happened, or the day after that, or the 365 days after that, or the 3,665 days after that? That's the 10-year mark. Or the 7,000. Like, what about the 7,000? Like, why is it just now? So I'm now curious, like, why is she going after him now? And I'm not saying that I don't know what he's done. Maybe he did do it. Maybe he's a piece of shit. Maybe he's not. I don't know. R&B singer who was once signed to Diddy's label, Bad Boy. I do remember that she was with what's that dude's name? Y'all remember Ryan Leslie? Which I know about Ryan Leslie. I'm about to take y'all back on a history lesson. He's a producer. We can't play his music because YouTube doesn't allow things anymore. But yeah, this guy, y'all remember him? Or have y'all ever heard of him? If not, I would encourage you to go to YouTube. I mean, you're on YouTube now. You can leave the stream. It's okay. You can go to YouTube, type Ryan Leslie, and watch some of his videos. This dude is he's an amazing producer. He's incredibly talented, multi-instrumentalist. I think he can play trumpet, saxophone, bass, drums, piano, well, keys, obviously all the keys. He can sing, he can rap, audio engineering, mixing, like he does it all. He's pretty amazing. He's someone who I looked up to when I was younger, when I was doing production. And like, to be real, because I was a smart kid, I'm not dumb like most people. I'm not a dumb person, even though I pretend to be. It was nice to be able to see that, oh, there is another smart black man who doesn't fit the typical mold, who's at Harvard, right? So it's just like, oh yeah, if he can do it, why the hell can't I do it, right? So yeah, he was someone who I looked up to growing up. Something's going on with P. Diddy. He just did a stream about it. What does that mean? I'm peak seconds. I got a haircut. Here, let me show it to you. Let me show off. I got a haircut. If you want to get the reference, just look at the stream from yesterday, or the stream from last year, or the stream from 18 months ago. Like, just look back and you'll get the reference. That's what it means. It's just, I have a haircut and I was just trying to be funny. That was it. Don't worry about it. I don't take myself seriously. So just keep that in mind. Don't worry about the titles too much. What's Superphone? Yeah. He's a Harvard grad, and he's not just a regular Harvard grad. I think he went to Harvard at age 16. So he's not just, he's not a regular person. Let me see. Maybe he has it. Maybe it's in here. But I remember reading like news stories about him. That's the thing. Like this kid. Yeah. Let me see if I can find if it says it in here when he went. But I think he was 16 when he went to Harvard. 1997. Well, let's just do some math. So he was born in 78. Oops. 97 minus 78. So he was 19. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I've forgotten. Someone can go correct me. I don't remember. Look it up. Brian Leslie built it. Oh, Superphone. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That it was this app thing where he wanted to own his audience, and I think it was a way for him to be able to message people who follow his music or something like that. I remember him talking about it, but I don't think it ever launched. Yeah, I remember this. This is definitely, I think he was using this for himself too, because he was giving his number out in public and telling anyone and everyone, you can call him, he'll respond. So I guess this is it, maybe. It looks like it's still going, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Where's there About Us? They don't have an About Us? Interesting. I would like to see who, like, all right, what's the team? Like, who's the team? All right, well, I guess, all right, let's see if there's a blog at least when the last post was. February 24th. So there's a good chance that they shut it down February. All right, so let's see. So Diddy made Cassie take drugs, oil up her body, and sleep with male sex workers with large parts. But she's an adult, right? She had a choice to say no? Or was this like coerced physically? I'm just trying to get it, like, at what point do we establish, because I always hear that, like, strong independence, and I'm just like, at what point does that strong and independence become independence and autonomy to make decisions for yourself? At what point? That's why I'm curious. Like, at what point do we say, all right, well, if you're independent and you have autonomy and you can make decisions, at what point do we say, well, you know, you could have said no, maybe no. And I do get it, you know, maybe it's just like, oh, well, you know, she wanted to become rich. Well, I would say that there are probably a lot of people in Hollywood who do things that they don't really want to do just so they can be rich. If they're willing to sell themselves for that, then I don't know. I don't really have much empathy for them, to be honest. Because you don't really see me or most normal people out here clamoring for $1, you know, for fame. I heard that a lot of these music industry folks or these Hollywood types are kind of weird. They be having these like weird rituals and shit, and like weird sex parties. And I only know this from the Hollywood side. I will say that the sex parties, that's real. I'm not talking about Hollywood. I'm moving into tech, because remember, I work in tech. I'm in the tech industry. When you get to a certain level in the tech industry, or maybe even any industry, it becomes different. There's a lot of sex parties in tech. I'll just say that. So if you're someone who you want to be about that lifestyle, you can get in tech. You can go to those swinger parties, those things that they have in the mission. You know? Yeah. They own a mission in the mission. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, tech is well, not the tech that. All right, so I want to be clear. There's two, like, man, I don't want to give too much. Well, just like in anything in life, right? Like, let's just pretend our government, we have two systems. Of course, no, in technically, we don't have two systems. Everyone is equal under the odds of the law. It's the same, like in tech, there's two techs. You have, you know, the regular people, and then you have the folks who are a little bit closer to the capital. I'll just say it that way. They're a little bit closer to the capital. They tend to be a little bit different and engage in behaviors that you would not consider normal. I'll just say that. I think that should be enough. Should be enough. All right, so he gave her some drugs. I see. So then I'm curious, if this is a deal, how come Charlemagne? How come that's not a deal? Didn't he do the same thing? Let's see, Charlemagne. How the hell? Maine. Spanish fly. Yeah, I want to say that like, yeah. See, like, didn't he do that? How come nothing happened to him? Just curious. Anybody know? I would like to know, right? Like, it's you know, I just want to see consistency. I'm fine with all our laws, I guess. Not really, but you know, so long as they are consistently applied, whatever, I can deal with it. But when we get issues like this where they're not consistently applied, or what about that dude? What's his name? Epstein? Is that his name? The dude who had the sex island? Is it this guy? Sex island guy? Let's see. Sex island. Island. Is this the guy? Is this the dude with all the sex island party shit? He and like all of our politicians will go to his island and do shit, and all these people who run these corporations who lobby to our you know, our government, who move back and forth between corporation and government. These same people were at his island. How come? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, at what point do we? It's like, I don't see why I should care about P. Diddy doing something when apparently no one gives a shit about him doing something. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna be consistent. The world doesn't have to be consistent around me, but I'll be consistent. So until I start to see these types of things consistently enforced, I am going to consistently say, I don't give a if something happens to these people. You know, they're independent, they're strong and all that. They're equal, just like me. And they're equal, they can protect themselves, just like I do. Right? Fair? He did some weird shit and had connections with people. Well, yeah, I know that. That's the thing. It's that a lot of times I think, and this is just my personal opinion, I think that a lot of people like to virtue signal about caring about something, and they don't really care about something. I don't think they do. What I think they do is they'll pretend to care about something to then weaponize, you know, whatever feelings or goodwill, empathy come from that caring to attack others. That's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, it's until we start to see, you know, consistent applications of laws. Well, I'm gonna operate as if no one gives a fuck about me. And so far it's worked out to my benefit. And I've been proven correct over the course of my 3.5 decades of living on this earth. That, yeah, so I care about people as much as they care about me, which is not much. So that's you know, how I feel about Cassie, I guess. You know, I don't really give a shit. It may be messed up, but I don't care. She's not important in my life. I also don't care about Diddy either. Like, him too. It's not just her. I don't care about him either. Now, maybe one day Diddy will give me some money and maybe I will care, but probably not. Like, real talk. I mean, I already have enough. Let's go to the news, or no, let's go to Twitter. Let's see what's going on here. This letter about OpenAI was just sent to me. These seem like concerns where it's open. Okay, it's on GitHub and I can't read it. Okay. I bet you they took it down. Who sends letters through GitHub? I would. Like, people who like GitHub. Look at this. What the fuck? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, yo. What's up? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. Are you in India right now? I'm talking to you 20 hours later. Or do you want me to? I can call you by your real name if you don't give a shit. But I'll call you about 20 hours later for now. Are you in India right now, or are you in Bali? I know you said you were going to be traveling. Are you all right? That's what's up. What time is it there? Is it like, are y'all 10 hours or is it 12 hours from? I can just check. I'll just check. I think it's like 10 hours. India time. Okay. Versus CST. I'm not about to do this math. Oh, it's 11. I was close enough. Wait, 11 and a half. Man, y'all just doing this just to be contrarian, bro. Like, what? How come it's 11 point? Well, how come it's 11 and a half hours? It's not, honestly, India's not the only place. I can't talk about this. I can talk about what I learned though. I learned that time zones are interesting and they're also somewhat political. And I also happen to know that in the Middle East region, the time zones get a little bit more complicated. They don't just go by an hour. Sometimes they go by 15 minutes. And I assume that India, they go by 30. The reason why I didn't know India is because, well, I can't talk. Never mind. I can't talk about why. So you're going to be in Bali in December. Okay. Bali, December. And then it's 5:30. Okay. No, it's 11 and a half. Daylight savings. How long are you going to be there? Have you already did your wedding? Are you, or what city are you in? Are you in Mumbai or is it Delhi? Or those are the only, no. Yeah, those are only two places I can think of right now. I don't know India very well. I'm going to look at a map. I'm going to educate myself right quick. So I know a lot about a lot of countries, but I'm going to be real. I know next to nothing about India. I just know where it is. It's South Asia on the Indian subcontinent. I know that you have the Indian Ocean. I know that it borders the Gulf of Oman and all that kind of stuff, but I don't really know much about it. I think that there are states or maybe there's provinces, maybe. Yeah. So here's the Gulf of Oman. We got the Arabian Sea and all that other kind of stuff. Bay of Bengal. I know Sri Lanka is over here somewhere. Bangladesh. It's over there somewhere. So yeah, where are you at? Where are you at? I'm gonna come visit. Probably not. No, it's too far. I canceled most of my flights for the rest of the year. Oh yeah, Hyderabad. Okay, I don't know if I said that right, but I do know of this place because when I worked in oil and gas, there was a restaurant right next to the office, and I would frequent it a lot. It was a buffet style restaurant, Indian, of course. And because I went every Friday, I ended up getting to know the people. And yeah, they were like, oh yeah, from here. And I was like asking questions, and because like I like the food, and you may not understand why that means anything, but like for the most part, I didn't think I liked Indian food, but turns out that it's very diverse, just like most places. So he was explaining how like certain areas, the cuisines may be more spicy, or they may have more meat, or that kind of thing. And I think it's Hyderabad. I think that's their food that I like the most outside of Nepalese, like up in the north. I think. Wait, where is it? Yeah, so I think there's a place over here. There's a guy who owns a restaurant here in Houston who's from over here somewhere in the north. And near Nepal or in the Himalayas somewhere. And it's awesome. And the food is completely different from every other Indian food I've had. So yeah, lots of really cool things. You're traveling across a bunch of cities. They're all very diverse. I was in Bangalore for the first wedding, Silicon Valley of India. And I'm now in Mysore, birthplace of yoga. Of yoga. Okay. Yeah. I can't pronounce that. I tried. I've heard of Bangalore. I wonder if that's where the girl who I met, not like that. I met a girl in Peru, or maybe I shouldn't say girl. Maybe I should say woman, but whatever. I met a girl in Peru at my ayahuasca ceremony that I did, and her name's Mamit. And I remember her saying that she moved somewhere, and it was kind of like the Silicon Valley of India. And I'm thinking that maybe that's where she went. She was in America for a while in Seattle, I think, working at Amazon, and decided to go back home. I guess some things happened. Obviously, no one goes to Peru to do an ayahuasca thing unless things have happened in your life. So she's back there now. I should hit her up. I haven't hit her up in about a year now. You're flying to Mumbai. Okay. You're gonna see your family. Oh, so your family's from there in Mumbai. Okay. Oh, that's what's up. And you decide to check in. My gosh. Well, thank you. I wouldn't have expected that, to be real. Hi, did you have the biryani in Hyderabad? So I've never been to India. I want to make that clear. I've never been to India in my life. But I do like biryani. And I mean, in Oman, they have a lot of Indians. It's a lot of Indo-Pakistan, as well as like the Indo-Chinese type of stuff, because obviously in India borders Chinese or China, and is it the product something? There's like some Lagesh, I don't know. It's some area over here. Here it is, this place. See, I told you I know a little bit about geography. It's whatever this place, this Pradesh right here. There's a border right here. If I zoom in a little bit, I'm probably gonna get demonetized because I'm about to say something. But this right here is India. Like this is India, but China's over here saying, nah, this is China. So yeah, there's a little bit of spat going on right now. But yeah, anyways, I've had biryani a lot. I get it here. I prefer goat biryani. I'll do chicken biryani. My favorite biryani is from I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, I don't know restaurant names. I don't know what it's called, but it's in Sugarland, and it's the place that I thought about, that I even brought up potentially taking y'all when you were here, but it's a little farther out. So maybe if we do another get together, which we should, by the way. In fact, whoever's watching on the stream or on the VOD, I don't know, maybe we can figure out some type of way to do like in-person events, because while it is cool to do these live streams, to be real, I'd rather be in person and just chatting with people, plus I can say real shit and not, obviously you get to self-censor yourself. That's the danger about the world we live in. It's because now people could think that I like them and I don't, because I'm not saying I don't like anyone, but it's just like, you don't know what people think because they won't say it, and I'd rather know what people think, and I don't encourage any of you to tell me what you really think about anything on this platform. Like about anything, right? It's not because I don't want to hear it. It's just I don't like the direction we're going with technology and censorship and all that. So maybe we can do some things where we can do in-person events. Yeah. Round 2, if we do a round 2, I don't think it should be in Houston. I'm sure Chris would disagree, but I think we should do Vegas if we did do it again. Mainly because Vegas is, I don't know. I guess it's because there's a lot of stuff to do around Vegas, right? Like, you got natural stuff at the parks. You also have entertainment stuff if you're into. I'm not really into that, but like there's venues, there's food options, there's all kinds of things, and we wouldn't have to have cars. That's the key. We won't have to have cars. So it was a little bit harder because I think it was what, 8 or 9 of us, or was it 10, 8, 9? It was I don't know. We had some people. And obviously, if we don't have to worry about cars, makes things a little bit easier. Yeah, so as far as I understand, like everybody else enjoyed it. And I'll be down to do something else next year. And who knows, maybe it could become a thing. I know that some other folks, I won't say the name, but some other folks wanted to do a hackathon type of thing. And that kind of got me thinking about, and I have an idea. I'll just share it. So a lot of hackathons, they happen in person, and in some cases we've had remote hackathons. At least with GitHub we did. On the African continent, but we ran it from San Francisco in America essentially. One of the things that I think could be kind of cool is a live streamed hackathon where it's like there's an event. Obviously there'll be some production where certain people have to be together to run everything, but the idea is that the teams are all remote. We can figure out ways to pair people up and come up with like a theme for the thing, and we run it and host it all on stream, and it could be worldwide. All right, so anybody who wants to participate can do it, and it's not just a hackathon, right? That, to me, I don't think it's not enough. I think the magic is if we can pair senior engineers here in America who are here, who maybe working at top tech companies or whatever. If we can figure out a way to have like some of these people paired up with some of these people abroad or wherever they are to try to help, right? Something like that. I don't know. This is a thought, like a random thought. Yeah. Well, it'll be a heavy lift, right? Like because for one, I don't know. It's a lot of unknowns, but I guess we will learn. It's like, yeah, we should commit to it while we don't know shit about it. We'd be like, yeah, we can do that. and then because we don't know how hard it is, and we may end up doing it, but like I think sometimes it's you need to not know what you're getting into sometimes in order to be able to take something on. Otherwise, you'll talk yourself out of it. But yeah, that's something that maybe we could do. I would love to be able to bring in the greater recurse community into that, if possible, if they would like. Of course, I don't really know where they stand on that. Yeah, definitely a whole. Well, I don't know if it needs to be. I mean, 2 or 3 people possibly. No, obviously, if we do it far enough in advance, like if we know that we want to do something like this in the next 12 months, okay, maybe, yeah. I think 3 people can get it done in a year. Now, obviously, running everything, that may be a little bit harder. So you want to, okay. All right. So it seems like we got interest. We want to host a tech conference. I've also wanted to do something like that as well. And you tell me, like, just I'm gonna bounce this idea off, and whoever's here, you can feel free to respond, including, but I think that it's most of the tech conferences, in my opinion, they tend to focus a little bit too much on tech. And I think it would be nice to have a tech oriented conference, but it's more around the other things around engineering. For instance, the communication, or managing your projects, or managing I don't know, just managing relationships, building out process, or building engineering culture, stuff like all of the things that no one really thinks about. I noticed that a lot of folks, especially the younger people who want to get into code, they think that the important thing is this right here. They're like, oh, I'm going to learn the code. And it's just like, that's not that useful. And here's why. I'm going to give some reasons why. I'm not going to just say it's not useful. I'm going to state a fact. All of you watching know how to read and write, correct? You know how to write words, right? Like, I know how to write, you know how to write. I know how to speak, you know how to speak. How come is it that I can say something and get emotion, and like get people to follow me, and persuade others, and to evoke emotions, and other people can't? Is it because their words are, it's the you, right? So with the programming stuff, a lot of people get too tied up into these right here, these words, and they think that this is the thing that matters. I fundamentally disagree with that. And I think that the whole OpenAI meltdown is a good indication of that. Here we have some incredibly talented people, at least in one, and like, I'm gonna say in one half of life, which is, the half, I'm gonna call it the book smart, the academic. They're incredibly brilliant. They're amazing. But it turns out that because they lack, I guess, basic common sense about interacting with like relationships, we have a whole breakdown, and now we have a company that is, I don't know, it may be in a race to zero. I don't know what's going to happen with poor old whatever the hell it's called. I've already forgotten their name. They're already that irrelevant. Whoever they are. How come I can't open this down? All right, T4 Stack, a shameless clone of what my community built. And its creator, OG Timothy Miller, is now publicly slandering me for commenting on an issue requesting a name change. I never used profanity. I never mentioned. All right, first of all, I remember him talking about this. Let's look for this. He called it T4 Stack. Yeah, we're gonna go look at this. I'm gonna pile in. Did he close it? Oh, and then he locked it. All right, so you know what? I still have contacts at GitHub, so yeah. Well, let me. I'm gonna hit up somebody, see if they can help out. Okay, so I have just reached out to to someone yeah, honestly, if this person hadn't locked this, I would have just but yeah, they decided to do that, so I've just I don't think that it should be that big. I mean, because technically it's a different app, but it's basically a clone of someone else's issue or someone else's thing. All right, well, shouldn't be that big of a deal. Technically, it is a different name. The issue, I think, and if we look at it a little bit closer, and I probably shouldn't have closed that, but if you look at this right here, the T4 stack is a universal web native made by Tim Miller. Here's the thing, though. Let's wait. How do we do this? If we go into Insights and we go to contributors. All right, so you see here, this says 339 commits. Not really. By this person. Yeah, it's not really. That's the thing. All right, let's see here. All right, cool. I'm curious, those of you who are here, I'm like, do you all typically watch the coding stuff that I do? And if so, is that valuable? Do y'all like it? Do you enjoy it? Or would you prefer that I just do what I'm doing, just do more of this? Or would you prefer that I do other work? Because I do work on stream, but there's other work that I can do. For instance, I could go and edit photos, which I don't have any photos yet. I haven't went out and did a new photo shoot, but I have did some video, and I do need to edit a video for something that I hope to release this week. Maybe, we'll see. So just curious, tell me what y'all think. I would like to make this more of a two-way relationship and not just a one-way. And I hope that you all would agree, or maybe not. They just launched an Edge key value store. That sounds just like, okay. This is massive. It's going to unlock so much we can do when deploying your front end. It's good work, AWS. Took a while, huh? The OpenAI story keeps getting crazier. This is the most significant 72 hours. Okay, sure, I'll read. How long it took the apps to hit 1 million. All right, so yeah, sure. Friday, Sam Altman gets fired. I did tweet like, what the hell? I was like, first, I didn't even know if it was real. Second, breakdown tweet, yeah, whatever. 3, according to Forbes, here's who made the decision for Altman to be fired. Adam D'Angelo, Quora. And what's interesting, like, here's the ironic part. Quora is a question and answer website. Here's why this is ironic. We still don't have answers why this happened. We have questions. A lot of people are questioning, but the fucking founder and CEO of a question and answer site can't be bothered to provide a fucking answer as to why he's potentially torpedoed billions of dollars, right? Like, let's take a step back and talk about how compensation works in tech. A lot of times, if you're working at a startup, you're going to get a base salary package. Typically, that's going to be a relatively low salary, between $120,000 $200,000, right? That's going to be your pay. The other part of that is equity. Obviously, there's other things, but we're only going to talk about the two big parts, potential big parts. You have your base salary, and then you have your equity. I imagine that a lot of the folks aren't purely academic or principle driven, especially because they have engineers, right? Like, people who need to feed their families. So these people likely were attracted or even made a decision to join the company based not all in part, but like in part on equity and let's just call it total compensation package. A lot of these people probably made a decision in part due to the total compensation package. Now, what's just happened is the biggest piece, the potential, the thing that a lot of people like me will go and join the startup for, that equity. If any of these people had equity in this company and it ends up falling apart, can you imagine? Like real talk. Like, imagine if you're fully vested. I'll take a step back. What's vesting? Typically, when you join the company and you get equity, you don't get all your equity all up front. You get it over time. Most companies in Silicon Valley will put you on something called a vest with a 4-year, you'll have a 4-year vest with a 1-year cliff. And what that means is, in your first year, you're going to vest, but you won't be entitled to any of it, right? So you'll vest at your normal rate during that year, but until you meet that 1-year cliff, you won't get any entitlements to the equity. So effectively, it's still the company's. It's not until that first year do you actually get the rights to that equity, and that'll be 25% of your total equity. Now, because equity is on a vesting schedule and it's typically 4 years, it takes 4 years to fully vest. So let's say, for instance, an engineer is at this company. They joined in 2017, about a year after it was founded. And obviously it's an all-star team, but people joining here, obviously they could have went to Google to make $500,000, $700,000, $1 million total compensation. So how does OpenAI sweeten the deal? Well, it's with equity. How must it feel to be working at this company? You're fully vested, and then just a few months ago, people are saying that Microsoft is valuing the company in its current form months ago at $80 billion. People are saying that this is going to be a $1 trillion company. People are saying this is the most important company on earth. You're fully vested. You have shares. Chances are, because you're fully vested and you stayed on, and chances are you've moved up, you've been given additional grants of equity. So you may have, you have skin in the game. Now, to have that torpedoed by 4 people, 3 of which who have, I don't know if they have but I'm just going to say it. Maybe they do. Someone can correct me. They have no skin in the game. As far as I understood, they own no equity in OpenAI. So what they've done is the work that people on this team have put in to get fully vested, that equity, the value of that could go to zero. Because at this point, Microsoft can effectively get all of OpenAI for free. 700 out of the 770 employees have signed a letter saying that if Sam Altman and Greg Brockman are not brought back, they will all quit and join Microsoft and join the advanced research group that they've created. So, man, as someone who understands what equity can do and how much, oh my gosh, I'm curious. I'm sure there's other people here who've worked in top tech companies, or how would you feel if your equity value was torpedoed in this way? One day you're man, my equity, if we exit, it's going to be 25, 35, $50 million. I don't know if I'm just making up a number, but based on $1 trillion, right? I don't really know what they're going to exit for, but let's pretend that their equity package is probably $10 million and it just went to zero. How would you feel? I would be fighting bad. Real talk. I'll probably have to go to jail. I think that's where it's going to jail for. $1 million, yeah, that's where it's going to jail for. $10 million, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that man, I'm gonna have to put some pause on somebody if they were to cause my net worth to fall based on their incompetence. I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know. Maybe I would. I should think more highly of myself. I have more strengths and capability than I can imagine. I'm sure I would be fine. All right, anyway, let's keep going on. So number 2, here's a breakdown tweet from OpenAI co-founder on how Sam got fired. I'll read this just in case people haven't been following it like I have. I think everybody in tech are intimately familiar with what's going on. Wait a minute, who is this? Do I know this person? Oh no, I don't know him. All right. So Sam and I are shocked and saddened by what happened, or what the board did today. Yeah, let me read this. So last night, Sam got a text from Ilya asking to talk at noon Friday. Sam joined the Google Meet, and the whole board, except for Greg, was there. Ilya told Sam that he was being fired and that the news was going out very soon. It went out very soon. In fact, it went out too soon. At 12:19, Greg got a text from Ilya asking for a quick call. At 12:23, Ilya sent the Google Meet link. Greg was told that he was being removed from the board, but was vital to the company and would retain his role. See, this right here just says that it's just like you must think you're God. You just think that, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and he's just going to stay. Man, that's a slap, 2 slaps. And that Sam had been fired around the same time OpenAI published a blog post. As far as we know, the management team was made aware of this shortly after, other than Mira, who found out the night prior. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what started this whole thing. According to Forbes, here's who's made the decision. These folks, Adam, Helen, Tasha, Macaulay, and Ilya. I'm going to need to figure out who these people are. I heard that like one of these is married to some type of movie star or something like that. 4, information reported that OpenAI board approached Anthropic, one of their competitors, by the way. Oh, it says it. Okay. Shit. Where did we go? Yeah, for a potential merger, but it was declined by Anthropic, their CEO, actually. Then Emmett Shear, previously the CEO of Twitch, has stepped in. That's the new CEO. He seems to be someone who's really good at managing relationships and just making sure people are happy. That's what it seems like based off of everything I've read up on him. But yeah, he's had some words to say too, and he still doesn't have answers. Maybe that'll be in this thread. Hopefully it will be. So new CEO owns a significant amount of Anthropic shares and is going to negotiate a merger. Wait. Emmett Shear, CEO of Twitch, has stepped in as the new CEO of OpenAI. The new CEO owns a significant amount of Anthropic shares and is going to negotiate a merger. Employees refused to attend an emergency all-hands scheduled on Sunday with new CEO Emmett Shear. To be honest, I would have refused too, but it wouldn't have been for the reasons that you all may be thinking of. For me, it's a fucking Sunday. I'm off. It's a Sunday. Like, that's the Sabbath. You don't work on Sunday. Nah. Yeah, so yeah, I would have refused too, but just on the fact that it's a Sunday, it's like Monday will come. Let's see, there's been a non-stop power struggle inside OpenAI since Friday, which nearly all employees against the now 3-person board that opposes. OpenAI since Friday with nearly all employees against the now 3-person board that opposes. Oh, it's only 3 people now that opposes Altman. Employees at the company's San Francisco headquarters refused to attend an emergency all-hands scheduled on Sunday with new CEO Emmett Shear, according to a person familiar. Okay, Microsoft hired Sam Altman. Sam Altman and Greg Brotman, together with colleagues, will be joining Microsoft to lead new advanced AI research team. I think those 3 senior researchers who left that Friday, I think that they are now going to be directors at this new company, I think. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, people said, fuck you. And I responded to this because people were like, why are they saying that to the new CEO? And I did reply back to some of these people saying that I doubt that they're directing this to the new CEO. It's likely to the board. Just, yeah. So 7, Microsoft hires Sam Altman. And we just read that. 8, according to Business Insider, OpenAI employees finally informed why Sam Altman was fired, but they didn't believe it. So maybe, I don't know if they're going to get into that. One explanation was that Altman was said to have given 2 people at OpenAI the same project. Now there's this thing that we do in computer science where you just assume that a statement is true, right? You just assume that it's true. So let's assume that this is indeed true. Why would you fire the man who took this company from 0 to $80 billion? Let's not forget that he also put his own money into the company. Let's not forget that. So you're gonna fire a person because he gave 2 people the same project? And he just built a company from $0 to $80 billion and everybody is on board, and he just managed to get like the deal of a century with Microsoft, where he basically said, you know what, you can invest in us, and he dictated all of the terms of that investment. Where he's like, nah, we're gonna spin off this other company which is gonna be capped profit, and you can invest in that, and you can only get our pre-AGI stuff. It's like all of the partners liked him, the team liked him, the investors liked him, and you fire him, and your reasoning is because he gave two people the same project. Okay, so either one, these people who I guess maybe they think they're more intelligent because they do AI. For what it's worth, I know a little bit about AI. I know a little bit about this stuff. I'm not entirely out of the loop here. I think that what he's thinking, I think he thought that he was just better and that he could just do whatever he wanted, right? Like to fire somebody over this, that to me, that's arrogance at that point. Anyway, let's go to B, the other option. B, the other was Altman allegedly gave two board members different opinions about a member of personnel. This can't be real, just doesn't make sense. Okay, anyway, so let's assume that the second thing is true. That yes, he did give two board members different opinions of a member of personnel. So what? So what? Is that not normal? Like, I'm just dead ass. Like, when we give opinions, when we share opinions with people, do we always have to share every facet of that opinion every single time? Like, is that what we do? Or is it sometimes like we share the thing that's top of mind that we can think of at that point? And if it's a team, why does it matter if he gave two different opinions? Maybe he's smart enough to have two different opinions in his head. I know I am. But I don't know, you know, these are engineering, these academic engineers, they think they're smart. They think they're God's gift to earth. So maybe it makes sense to them. It don't make sense to me. And I am not a dumb person. I'm I'm not that dumb. I had to say this, like this is written as if they think that the people they're talking to are dumb. That's what this is written like. Anyway, let's go to 9. One theory emerged from Reddit on why Sam was fired. Credit anxious bandicoot. All right, I think I saw this. I'm gonna read. I think I may have seen this. Let me see. I feel compelled as someone close to the situation to share additional context about Sam and company. Engineers raised concerns about rushing tech to market without adequate safety review. Where do we go? Safety reviews in the race to capitalize on ChatGPT hype. But Sam charged ahead. That's just who he is. Wouldn't listen to us. His focus. Wait. Why does he have to listen to you? He's so fucking like. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but if you're an employee, you have no rights. You have no say. Just straight up, you're an employee. The owner, the managers, the board, they don't have to listen to you. You want people to listen to you. You do what I did. You go and start your own thing. And then people will listen to you. But I don't, yeah. Anyway, his focus increasingly seemed to be fame and fortune. Okay, so what? I don't care. Not upholding our principles as a responsible nonprofit. He made unilateral business decisions aimed at profits that diverge from our mission. I'm curious, why didn't they just come up with a different solution and maybe say, you know, he's only going to be over the for-profit entity that we created. And then, you know, you can still have your mission over here. But this for-profit entity, I do understand that. Here, let me go up to their corporate governance structure. Maybe this is useful to see. I forget that a lot of people don't think about these things. Sorry about this. Is it in their charter, maybe? Where is their corporate governance stuff at? About Open AI corporate governance. Governance. All right, here we are. Our structure. Yes. Here we go. So here's a diagram that you can think about as I talk about this. So board of directors. This is where Sam and everyone was, right? The board of directors controls the nonprofit. Now, I think this was Sam's idea. They needed some way to make sure that they can continue the mission, but they need money, obviously, because it's expensive. So they created OpenAI GP LLC, right? Now, that LLC is wholly owned by the 501(c)(3) or whatever it is, 501(c)(3). Yeah, 501(c)(3) nonprofit. 100% wholly owns OpenAI GP. Now, there's another thing, right? OpenAI, the nonprofit, also owns a holding company. The holding company is for the OpenAI nonprofit plus the employees plus the investors. Now, OpenAI GP controls that entity, right? So does that make sense? We have the board of directors. They control OpenAI, which owns the holding company, which also wholly owns OpenAI GP. And OpenAI GP are the folks who, basically the leadership team, executives, they control the holding company, right? The employees and the investors all own equity. This is the employees, the people who are saying, like, how would you feel if you got hosed on your equity? They all own the holding company, or shares in that holding company rather, right? And that holding company is also a majority owner in the new company that I was saying that Microsoft, they created just for Microsoft. It's called OpenAI Global LLC, and it's a capped profit company. Now, I don't know if they created this just for Microsoft, but I think this is the one where they would maybe let other companies invest in. And this is this idea of this capped profit, right? So Microsoft is a minority owner. Notice they're just a minority owner. Who controls it? OpenAI GP LLC controls it. All right. So like Microsoft has no say, effectively. And what's happened is Sam Altman, who was on the board as well as CEO, so that means he controls the nonprofit. He also controls this right here, the company. He's the one who runs it, which means that team also controls the shares, which they can then give to employees with board approval, all that kind of stuff. So as a result of this ouster, now we only have 3 people on the board. And Microsoft, they still own this thing right here. But like the thing about this, what makes this interesting is that OpenAI GP, let's just say that these are all the employees. And let's see, 700, it was 702 last time I looked. It may be more. So 91% of the company signed that letter saying that they will resign and go follow Sam to Microsoft. This is why at the beginning where I was saying that Microsoft has effectively gotten all of OpenAI for free. If this goes in the way that I'm thinking it's going to go, which is the employees say fuck y'all and they dip and go over to Microsoft. Well, yeah. I will say that I am glad that I am a owner of Microsoft. Like I have benefited from this. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. So even though I am following this and maybe it's not that important, it's helpful to me. It's helpful to my bottom line. So let's go back to Twitter, I guess. Wait, did I ever get an answer to my question? I don't think I ever got an answer. I feel like Satya is winning big time now with Microsoft. Yeah, he's increased their market cap by I think 10x. I think when he took over, man, was it? I think he was the CEO. Yeah, he was the CEO when I was at GitHub, and he came. He gave a talk during that time. I think he came twice actually. Now that I think about it, I want to say that was 2017 or 18. I don't know when he became CEO, but let's just say that he's 10x the value of that company. Not just him, obviously inflation. It's not just him. Corporate buybacks. I'm well aware of that. I don't know, but the number is 10x higher than it was when he started, and I think that was less than 10 years ago. So yeah, he's been doing very well for the company, and I, for one, am happy because I think my shares are worth more than double what they were. Like more than double. what I think they were. I think I got my shares at 100. I think they were $131 a share back then. Yeah, I think they're like 3 something. It's insane. Anyways, when he proposed the GPT store and revenue sharing across the line. Okay, so let me go back here. His focus increasingly seemed to be fame and fortune, not upholding our principles as a responsible nonprofit. He made unilateral business decisions aimed at profits that diverged from our mission. When we proposed the GPT store and revenue sharing, it crossed the line. The signal that our core values were at risk, so the board made the tough decision to remove Sam or remove him as the CEO. Greg also faced some accountability and stepped down from his role. He enabled much of Sam's troubling direction. See, that's the thing right here, where they say that he faced some accountability and stepped down. From what I read, it sounds like he didn't just step down. It sounds like he was told that, yeah, like this wording right here that's not how I would describe it. Like, one is being told, one is you volunteered to do it. Anyway, now our former CTO, Mira Murati, is stepping in as CEO. There is hope we can return to our engineering-driven mission of developing AI safety to benefit the world and not shareholders. See this right here? There's been a lot of talk of this AI safety. I hope they lose. Just real talk. Because they're defining what safety is to me, and I don't like that. I don't like another person telling me what's safety to me. I determine what's safety in my life, not them. It's that simple. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it's for the best that they are thinking about safety, but at this point, I just disagree. So, yeah. Anyway, so, oh wow, 95. Oh, so it's more. 95% of the company ready to walk away. I'm very positive that 700 out of 770 is not 95. Yeah, okay, yeah. This person is obviously just trying to make that number bigger. It's 90%. All right, they may join Microsoft. So here's that letter. So the board of directors at OpenAI, I read this yesterday. I'll quickly read through. Actually, I'm not. Go to the last stream. I named it OpenAI. Just go look at that. I don't want to read this again. Let's move on to what's new. OpenAI employees flood X with tweets. I thought about doing this just so I could be in one of these pictures. It's called growth hacking, you know. All right, number 11. Employees at OpenAI just lost billion. Oh, so he's talking about what I'm talking about right now. He's talking about what I'm talking about. This is the thing that I keyed on immediately because I understand how transformative having equity in a company, especially in a successful company, especially in a company that's maybe going to get acquired by Microsoft. It's just like, yeah, so he's touching on that subject. I see I got a message. Let's see. Oh yeah, contents wise, I find the coding I find the coding content valuable. I also find this type of content, what you're doing now, entertaining and valuable as well. Splitting them can be beneficial. Okay, let's see here. Like one day coding, another day this type of content, mixing up helps. Yeah, all right. Well, this will be on the VOD, so hopefully people will leave comments and all that kind of stuff as well as to what. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading this right quick. So number 11, the employees at OpenAI just lost billions of dollars in secondary share sales that were about to happen at a $90 billion valuation. I feel so bad for them. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for them. Predicting a potential 50% employee cut, loss of 12 to 18 month lead, and a 90% valuation in 2024. $90 billion. $90 billion. That's more than the 70 that I think I said 80. 90, that's another 10. And for those who don't know math, how math works, a billion is 1,000 millions. Wow, man, this is tough. This is tough. Oh my gosh, this is tough. Can you imagine, like, this is hard. Ugh. All right, so, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay that they lost $90 billion. and that the 770 employees at OpenAI aren't going to get a piece of that $90 billion. You want to know why it's okay? It's okay because I deeply regret my participation in the board's actions. And I never intended to harm OpenAI, so it's okay that I've just cost us $90 billion. That's what I got that's what I'm reading from here. I don't see a sorry, I don't see an apology, I don't see a here's how I fucked up or here's what I was thinking. What I see is a lack of accountability. That's what I see. Man, you know what? Like I'm different, right? Like I know I shouldn't be this way, but I'm just from a different place. I would have to put my paws on them. I'm sorry. These paws would have to go on. Whoever made that decision, they got to get these paws. They might get some of these feet and some of these knees too. Like real talk. If you cost me that much, nah, bro. Like at a certain point, that's you taking food out of my family's mouth. At a certain point, right? Just saying, people go at other people for less. I'm going to say, 90 billion. All right, Elon Musk demands OpenAI reveal why Sam Altman was fired. They haven't done that yet. Today is Tuesday. It's currently the end of the day. Obviously, it's not end of the day in California. Actually, it is. They end their day at like 4. So we haven't heard anything. So, interesting. That question and answer site. Somehow we have questions, but we don't have answers. And all of the questions about it, at least what I've been seeing, I don't know if this is true, but apparently they've been getting muted on Quora. Like they've been getting like shadow banned. So this is a mess. All right. Sam Altman is still aiming to be OpenAI CEO again. The Microsoft deal isn't yet confirmed. Yeah, I saw that. Salesforce makes recruiting bid to OpenAI's employees in Vegas. Okay. They're getting offers up to $1 million annually. All right. You know what? I might have to return back to my my academic stuff. I know a lot about AI. Well, obviously not as much as these folks, but I know more than 95%, maybe 99% of most people about AI. I started off my AI journey in college in 2007, so it's not new for me. Like not new for me. Before all these things that just do it for you existed, we had to do it all like by ourselves. So the AI agents, multi-agent systems, all these types of things, they're not new to me. LLMs are the only thing LLMs and some of the new neural networks like GANs, those are relatively new for me, but AKA I've never used them, but I know how they work. Convolutional CNNs, pretty familiar with that. And then like deep neural networks, pretty familiar with that. Deep learning, pretty familiar with that as well. As well as all of the other like easier learning models like the perceptron learning models, as well as some of the things that you get from information retrieval systems. That's a lot of because there's so much data, you also got to think about information retrieval. So some of the more sophisticated data structures for handling large data sets, familiar with all those as well, because again, I did this in the past. Anyway, so damn, the most twisted and confusing drama in tech company ever. Somebody at OpenAI explained this. My simple predictions: more resignations and restructuring. Sam Altman might go back to OpenAI. Potential merger with another company. Microsoft might take more control in OpenAI. They can't. That's the thing. That like, if you does he not see the structure? They have a minority. Even if they took a majority ownership of OpenAI AG Global, which is the thing that Microsoft has a stake in, it wouldn't matter, because that's not the entity creating the tech. The entity creating the tech is OpenAI something LLG or LLC or something like that. I collected top 30 okay, sure. I don't really care about any of that. All right. Yeah, this is the whole saga of what's going on. Guess there's no new drama. All right, with all the OpenAI drama, time for me to try self-hosting Alpaca, a fine-tuning ChatGPT type model of Llama. Yeah, I may spend some time showing how to fine-tune Llama. I do have Llama installed on this machine. I don't know if that was like, I have the actual source code, and I built it, and I have models and shit. It's not on this machine technically, but it is on one of my machines. Let me go to it. Go to volumes. Wait, volumes. Okay, so it's not here. Fine. I need to connect to one of my servers or one of my drives. Is it in content? No. Media, movies, MISC, software. Yeah, here we are. Llama models. Yes, I have the 7 billion parameter model, 13 billion parameter model, as well as the 70 billion chat version of the model. I should probably download the 70 billion model without the chat, but just to give you a little bit of an idea of how large some of these models are. See here, 140 or less, 38 gigabytes for the Llama model. So this is why earlier when I was saying that I can do some of the transcription and all that stuff locally. So well, this isn't, I don't run my videos through here, but I have another model that I can get transcriptions from. I also have some workflows that I built on this machine that I was planning to like automate and put it on my NAS. Is being able to take a video, resample it, the audio in the video, and then send that off somewhere to get my text back, basically the subtitles back, and then feed that into Llama. Right, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. But before I do that, I'm gonna have to fine tune it, which, man, I didn't want to have to do all that. But at this point, I don't know if I can rely on OpenAI. I just don't know if it's gonna be around. Sorry about all that. All right, let's see here. Things not looking good for Binance as well. Yeah, what's his name? What's his name? We'll go look for it. I don't remember his name. I don't actually want to go to Binance. You know what's crazy though? Is that I probably have money on Binance. I remember when I was at GitHub, because let's just say I have, never mind. I put some stuff in Binance a long time ago, like a long time ago, and yeah, I guess I'm going. I don't know. Maybe I'll lose it. Who knows? It hasn't helped me anyway. It's not like I was thinking about it. So even if it did go away, I don't know if I'd care anymore. So what was his name? Something. Yeah, Changpeng Zhao. Yeah, there's a lot of things aren't looking good. I think crypto is basically dead. Like not the cryptocurrencies I think are dead. I don't think blockchain is dead. Have y'all heard of the there's like this hype cycle? Is it the Gertman hype cycle? Let's see. This thing right here. So there's this thing in the industry known as this whatever this name. I don't know what this is called. It's some type of cycle. Oh, the Gartner hype. Okay, yeah, there we go. The Gartner hype cycle. And here we are. We have a technology trigger, and then we have a peak of inflated expectations. I'm gonna be honest. I think this is where we are with AI. I also think this is where this is where we are with AI. I think this is where we are with probably not here yet. We're probably right over here with crypto. All right, so in 2008 or 9 or whenever, I think it was, when Bitcoin came out, we had the trigger, and then it took a long time. I remember buying coins when I was a very, very, very young kid, and it was hard to do, and like nobody was talking about it. The only reason why I knew about it was I watched a show called Twit. Y'all, who knows about what Twit is? This Week in Tech. I want to see who else is actually a tech person and who is just a poser. If you don't know what Twit is, you're just posing. You're not really about this life. So anyway, I was watching Twit. Back then it was with, they had, who is this name? John C. Dvorak. I think he was on that episode, and they were talking about this new thing called Bitcoin. And they were, let's just say you can get a Bitcoin for less than a cent. I'll say that. So yeah, it was like, it was this esoteric thing. And yeah, I was getting more and more and more into like technology, but not from a, not a superficial level, I would say, but more into the, I was trying to understand how systems were built at that time. So Bitcoin was interesting to me for that reason. I never looked at it as something that would pay off in any form, but I learned about it through this show, Twit. And all that to say is, the people who ended up doing well, they started here, right? And then when everybody knows about it, when people who don't even know how a computer works, they're over here talking about, all this stuff. This is where we are. There was some guy, I forget his name, but it's a story where he says that when the shoe shiner starts talking about stocks, it's time to sell. That's how you know you're in peak bubble. I sold out a little earlier. I sold out before the top, but I sold out with a profit, so I'm happy. But when I started noticing that normal people were talking about it more and more, and they were talking about things that was so far removed from what, like, I guess the fundamental thing, the tenets of trust, which is, I think that was the main thing that Bitcoin solved for, was this idea of how can you trust someone who is anonymous on the internet? And that's one of the problems that they solve, right? Is trust. I think the second one was the double counting problem. There might be a third, but the trust one was a big one for me. Anyway, all that to say is, at this point, I think we're here with AI. I don't think we're at peak inflating expectations. I think we're like right here. We're still on the rise. At some point, we're going to get to a point where we realize that these models aren't that smart. A lot of people are tricked because they're easily impressed. Some of us aren't that easily impressed. I don't look at OpenAI's GPT as being like, oh yes, it's like, it's decent, but it hasn't resulted in anything meaningful. And someone even brought this up in a thread I was in, where they posed a question. They said that if these models have been trained on the entirety of human knowledge, why is it the case that they haven't made any new discoveries? How come they haven't solved any new problems? That's what's being sold to us as like what AI is going to do. But to this point, like to this day, there has not been any new discoveries from AI. So yeah, anyway, all that to say, I think that we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna have a downfall, the trough of disillusionment. And then I'm not saying that the AI it's just gonna die. I don't think that. Just like crypto won't die, but I think just like everything else, even with the internet was the same way, that we're gonna get to hear a crash, and then over time, it's going to get to where we are now. So I remember fairly vividly when the even though I wasn't working, but I was old enough and cognizant, and I've always been a little bit, I understand what's going on in the world, I'll just say that. And when the dot-com bust happened, like, you know, things were tough. But before it, all that, like, I remember like watching news, and almost all the time you will see these people on NASDAQ or like they would the stock place, I don't know, you would see people, those celebrations, you would see them all on the stock floor or whatever. These companies were going public. All these companies were getting millions of dollars in investment, and yeah, it came crashing down. And it took a long time to get to where we are. In fact, just to give you a little bit of an indication into how bad it got, when I went to college, computer science was not a popular major. It was the opposite. It was actually, it had already like contracted to a point. It was one of the least popular majors because it wasn't that far after the dot-com bust. I went to college in 2007, 7 years after the bust. That may sound like a long time, but like nothing was guaranteed that things would, pan out to where they are now. And it took up until now to where, tech is where it is now. People in their mind, they're like, oh, tech is the best. It's like, yeah, well, yeah, it's got cycles just like any other industry. It's not immune. And a lot of people think that they don't get paid that much. They glorify these tech salaries. I'm like, you realize you can make more at a regular company, right? Yo, what's up, Marshall B Codes? How you doing? Yeah, well, I got more than trim, bro. Man, I'm over here. Hold on, wait, you guys see, I'm full. I got full haircut, man. I'm a new man. I'm a full 2 pounds lighter. I went outside. I can actually feel air. Like I feel the aerodynamics of my forehead when I'm walking through the air. I'm like, oh, I can feel hair flowing through my hair for the first time. I can wear a hat. That's the real reason. So I have a video that I may edit it. Actually, I won't edit it here because I went to the barbershop, and y'all know how barbershops are. But yeah, like it's getting colder, and because my hair was longer than it looked. I'll just say that. I think Yanni, he's seen my hair in person. I don't know if he's seen it not curly, but like it's super, super, super curly and nappy. But it's also like, as a result, it's hard for me to put on a hat or a beanie or put on a hoodie. And now that it's starting to get cold outside, I need to be able to do that. So yeah, I was in the chair, and one of the dudes, you'll probably see it in the video if I don't edit it out. But I was sitting in the chair. He's like, "You cutting all?" One of the guys at the barber shop. He's like, "You cutting it all off?" I'm like, "Yeah." He like, I'm like, it's cold. I need to be on. Like, it'll grow back. Well, hey, you probably get a fresh fade more often than me. The last time I got a haircut was last November. Real talk. It was a couple weeks before I had to, like, I had a dinner that I had to go to meet some folks. So I was like, well, I guess I had to go get a haircut. It was last minute, so I went and got a haircut for that. Yeah, I didn't even get a haircut before my trip. I was like, man, I'm good. So yeah, it's been over a year at this point. And that includes the beard. At one point, I was trimming it myself when I was going to the gym and all that, but then I hurt myself, and now I don't really go out that much. I'm just like, yeah. Plus, I don't think y'all care what I look like. And if y'all do, then that's a little sus. Just saying. If you caring about what I look like over here. I know who my audience is. That's why I'm saying this sus. I'm gonna show y'all who my audience is, since if y'all don't really understand. Go to analytics, audience, and then we're gonna look at my audience. Oh, it doesn't show it anymore? Oh, okay. Let's do 365. See that? You see that? That's why it's sus. If my audience is worried about what the hell I look like, man, I don't know, we got some issues. Let's see what lifetime was like. Did I have girls? Yeah. For the lifetime of my channel, it's been mostly men. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, what you got going on, Marshall B Codes? You got any questions for me? Do you code? And if you code, what kind of code do you do? Do you talk in code? Do you encode things? Do you program things? Do you what do you do? Oh shit, what? Huh? Wait, did that just create a new... Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Why does it do that? It's really annoying. News. I hate that it searches my bookmarks first and not just... Yeah, whatever. Ooh, stable. Whoa. Oh, whoa. We're releasing stable video diffusion, our first foundation model for generative video based on image model stable diffusion. Now available. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how stable diffusion works. Now available in research preview. Do it have a paper by any chance? With this research release, we made the code for stable diffusion available in our GitHub repo, and the weights required to run the model locally are on Hugging Face. Oh, here's the research paper. All right, yeah. So we'll go to the code, and then we'll also go to the paper. All right. Oh, it's not even that long. It's just a lot of references. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go through this because I am interested in this, and here's why. I may switch in the future, not now. In like maybe next 2 or 3 years, I may switch back to go back to AI, because when I was in grad school, I did have research that I was very interested in, and then I decided to return back to engineering when I joined GitHub. So yeah. So GitHub is the reason why I went back to engineering. But yeah, I may go back to AI. Because remember, when I went to college, I didn't intend to do computer science, but I eventually did computer science. And when I did, I focused in on AI. That we had a few things that we could focus in on. And for me, it was like AI and linguistics, what do you call those things? Well, linguistics. All of the rules, like BNF, Bauer, Narcus form, whatever. Let me see that. BNF. So like this thing right here is like, if you've ever looked at anything in computer science, you'll realize that we use this. Well, the person behind this was also a linguist. And turns out that there's a lot of cross collaboration-ish between linguists or linguistics, I guess, if you want to use that word, linguistics and computer science. Because computer science is maybe a bit of a misnomer. It's more close. It's maybe like informatics or information theory. It's maybe no. It's got all of that because it's information theory, but it's also about like algorithms and all that. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Let's see. What's up, Script? Is it Script Damon? Let's see here. I was unable to attend the meeting I scheduled for 6 p.m. today. Oh, that was you. Oh, okay. Yeah. I sent you an email. Hopefully you got it. Hanging out. I'm a web dev professionally. I like building non-web dev side projects. I'm with you. What you working on right now? And do you have anything that's open source that you can share or that you want to share? Because if you want to talk about it, I'm happy to go through it with you. Currently building a CLI tool in C. Okay. What are you using? Are you building this all from scratch, or are you using a library to help you with, parsing out things from the shell? Because that's harder than it seems. Handling anything from the shell is always more than it seems. But it's also more than just handling things from the shell. It's also about redirecting output. So maybe you got to write stuff to send it out, but maybe it's too much and you want to be able to pipe that into other places. Does it handle that well? All that kind of thing. Just curious. Your current, okay. And then I still like to ask about how to get clients freelancing. You're trying to get clients freelancing. Okay, so this is going to be an answer. I don't know how much it's going to help you, but in my experience, the way that you get anything, well, clients, because the client, let's think about a client in like real terms. A client is a human, a person. Well, how do you get a relationship with any human or person? Well, you have to do something. You have to put yourself out there. For me, what I did to get clients, which, you know, mileage may vary, I literally just travel. Like I just talk to people, like real talk, like wherever I go, like the way I'm talking here on stream. And maybe, I don't know, Yanni, if you're still here, maybe you can vouch for this. You met me in person. I'm curious, when you met me in person, how much different am I in person than I am here or on our Slack or anywhere else? I'm pretty consistently the same no matter where I am, and I talk to whoever. I don't really give a shit. And as a result, I end up building relationships. So almost everything that I have is based off of those relationships now. No, not just those, but it's based off of a relationship. So I focus on building a relationship first. So if you want to get clients, well, I would encourage you to focus on not a client, but focus on developing a relationship. And, you know, there's multiple ways of doing that. Maybe you're unwilling to do it the way that I would do it. But if you really care about the relationship, do it for free. Add value. All right, just do it. Like, they don't have to pay you. If you really want to you know, get these people and build a relationship, show them what you can do. Otherwise, you're asking them to take a risk on you. And why should they? Or why should anyone take a risk on you? Right? Like, think about it this way. Let's say, for instance, you know, you build off your agency that you have, like, let's say in 20 years, you build up your agency, you have hundreds of people working for you. All right. And it's like, it's your thing. You spent your entire life building this thing. Right. And let's just say some random person is like, hey, I can do this thing for you. Sure, they may be able to, but like, it's a risk. Right. So I would, yeah, it's like, be creative, right? Like, show your value, and you can do that without, you can do that without getting paid from them. And you can also do it without doing work for them, right? Like, you can do stuff like open source stuff. That's a really good way. You may not realize this, but a lot of companies use open source software. Let me show you. So let's go to an open source project that's let's go to Rust. We'll go to Rustling. I think it's a relatively well-run project. Is it Rustling? Yeah, there we are. I actually want to go to the repo. I probably should have said repos, but I didn't. Is Rustling not on GitHub? Is that it? Oh, here we are. Cool. All right, so we'll go into here and we'll go to our contributors to see who's here. All right, so let's say, for instance, let's pretend that you wanted to like become known. You wanted to start getting out there, right? Well, you could contribute to, I'm not saying to contribute to this project, but like, you just find projects that you use in your own work and contribute to them. That's what I did. Like, the projects that I use in my own stuff, I wasn't looking for bugs. They just exist because, you know, humans write them. And if you're actually using something for real, you'll notice bugs very quickly. What I did was I just would submit upstream fixes, right? And what you may find is that if you do that enough over time, you build a reputation. Like, people are going to know who you are, because they're going to see you. They're going to see your name, right? Like, every time we go to an issue, for instance, let's not go to an issue. Let's go to a PR, right? We're going to go to this PR. What do you see here? We see Roblob, whatever, I can't pronounce that, but we see Rob, blah, blah, Labla, whoever this person is. We see this. We see a name, right? So let's say, for instance, I use Rust often, and I don't know who does a lot of the stuff, but I'm coming here and let's say over time, I'm seeing the same names. Well, if I ever needed anything, what do you think I'm gonna do? I may mention that person. All right. So, the fact that they are putting their work out there has made it possible for me, a stranger, to come to them. So they didn't have to, like, their work is their marketing. You could do that, right? You make what you're working on, that's your marketing. So if you want to get freelance or I guess clients, show your work. At the moment, you're on my stream. There's not that many people watching, but I do have VODs. So if you have a portfolio or something like that you're proud of, that you think would help you get work, feel free to drop it here. I think it'll work. Don't quote me on that. I'm what you call a trash YouTuber. I don't actually know how this stuff works. I'm just talking shit here. But yeah, try to, if you don't mind, like, you can pop it there and like see what people think. And that's the other part, right? Like, are you confident enough to put your work out there and let people judge it? And that's what I found has been one of the keys to, I think, my success, or what makes me different, is that I'm able to put my stuff out there, which gets you results much further. Like, it gets you much more than you may expect. And I think that, I don't know, I'm kind of grateful because a lot of my work is public. Like, a lot of it, not all of it. I would say 40% of everything that I've ever done in my career is public. It would be 50% if I didn't remove some of the stuff that I did in the past. But yeah, like, most of the stuff that I've ever done has been in public. That's how I've gotten better. It's that I will do something in public, and yeah, there's going to be criticisms. All right, well, yeah, that's how you get better, right? It's not by going in a corner or going somewhere where everyone tells you that you're great. It's accepting that, it's being in the real world where, like, it's very clear that you are not great. And it's up to you to do everything that you can to get as close to greatness as you can. And that's really the difference maker. Did you work at Force Phase? Force Phase. I know what Fourth Wall is. What's Force Phase? Due to current circumstances, we're not taking on new clients. Alpha. Oh, this is Joe. Joe. Oh, you know Joe? No, I've never worked. No. Me and Joe are friends. Yeah, me and Joe are friends. Yeah, I've taught. I mean, I'll, like, if he wants help with it or whatever, I'll help him. Like, because he's a friend. Like, that's how I am, right? It's like, if he wants something, I'll help. And if he's watching, I'm pretty sure he already knows this. But it's like, that's how I am. It's just like, I probably won't work for you, but if you need help, I'll help you. Oh, Max podcast. Oh yeah, he was talking about that yesterday. I think he said that he's a co-host now. At least that's what he said. Hold on, let me see before I lie. Cool host. Yeah. He says I co-hosted with Max now. I hope this is public, Joe, if you're watching this. He didn't say that. I'm lying. He didn't say shit. Don't listen to me. I don't know what he said. He will say whatever he's gonna do. But yeah, if you're trying to get clients, I mean, it's relationships. It's that simple. It's relationships. If you don't know anybody, it's gonna be hard for you. And if you don't know anybody, well, my first question is why, right? Like, what have you been doing? How old are you? Just out of curiosity. Like, are you my age being 35, or are you Joe's age being, I think, closer to 30? Or are you like Yanni's age? Yanni, he says he's like, are you 25? How old are you, Yanni? I know you said it. You say it every time. I will introduce you to one of my mentees, and she can tell you how I never remember her age or anything. I'm just like, yeah. It's not just you, Yanni. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't feel bad. Oh, you 20? Oh yeah, you young. Okay, that's why. All right, so you don't know anyone. That's okay. You have time to learn to meet people. So here's what you do. You see that you're in a chat with other people. What you do is you start chatting. Just start saying things. So you may find that people may respond to you. They may not. You may talk to yourself like I've been doing for the past year and a half, and nobody will say anything. That's okay. Keep saying something. What you want to do is build a reputation for yourself. And that starts today. That's your behaviors over time. So it's going to require consistency and like, it's going to require that you actually work. So put in the work. You'll get clients. Yeah. Or make videos. Some people do that. I think that's how Ben Awad got real big. It's that he was making videos. He blew up on YouTube, and now he has an audience. And when you have an audience of people who know who you are, well, now you have people who you can market to, because obviously they're people. People have problems that need to be solved. And if you are someone who has shown yourself to be a person who's capable of solving problems, people will come to you. Just like you likely came to me, right? Just like other people who have come to me is because they've seen that I'm able to do stuff. And if that's not you in your circle, you need to make sure that that's you in your circle. When I was younger, even now, I'm the person people come to when they have problems and they need them solved. Like, yeah, you want to be that person. And everybody knows someone like that, where it's like they have a problem and they know that there's someone in their life, or maybe they don't. Hopefully, I'm assuming that everyone has someone like that. I don't have someone. I'm over here. I'm saying this and I don't even have someone like that. Never mind. I guess not everyone has someone like that. I'm that for myself. But, you know, hopefully you know someone who is like, no matter what it is, they always have a solution or an answer, or they can, make progress. And I'm not just talking about in work. I'm just talking about life in general. You want to be that. And if you're not that, well, I'm gonna just say that's the people who get the clients. So like, you can become that. It's not impossible. You just got to work on it. And of course, this is me telling you stuff without knowing you. So I don't really know if what I'm saying is accurate, but of course you can tell me if I'm off, or if it seems like I don't have a full understanding. But given your age, I think what I said is pretty accurate. You'll just need to work and build up a network of people. And I'm going to have to read a paper. I'm not going to read it now, obviously, but I'm going to read that. Oh, let me close this right quick. I'm using Ionic and Cap, and I'm trying to get the user ID. Let's get device state. Like, tell me the version. All right, so this is for all of y'all, right? If you're watching this, there is a thing on here. Let me show this. This is gonna be my. When I used to teach, I shared this with my students. I think within the first week or two, because I'm very. I'm very, very particular about this. But there's this article. I know it's in my notes for Code and Color, but it's how to answer questions. Yanni, do you remember that? And if so, do you know where it is? Because I think you were the one who were working on docs at one point. But there was a thing where I think I had a link to how to ask good questions or something like that. You remember that? Let me go to GitHub. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Was it Wiki? Did we move everything? I remember we moved stuff. That's why I don't know where anything is. It's not just me being dumb. I just don't remember where we put things. Did we make a wiki at all, or was it issues? Or was it in Code and Color? Wiki. No, this isn't it either. It should be on the wiki site. Okay. Wiki. Maybe this. 10 leadership. You're doing too much attention. Is there something that's not merged? I'm sorry. This is so long ago. I don't remember where we are with this. But I know this isn't everything. So I'm wondering, is there something that's not merged or what? I don't know where it is. I forgot. I'm sorry. I don't remember what it's called. But at one point, I had something somewhere that, man, I'm kind of disappointed. It was a wiki. I think it was in the Code and Color repo. I'm going to try to find it. I'm not going to give up right away, but I'm going to give up soon. All right, so we're going to try post supply maybe. Maybe I put it in post supply. Yeah, here we go. We'll try that one. Wiki. Okay, yeah, there's a little more stuff here. Okay, was it architecture? No. Branching, committing, dev tools, issues, project management? No, recommended reading. All right, here we are. This could be it. Hiring, engineering, we got technical videos. What not to tell your, okay. Why is it so, okay, all right, never mind. I don't know where it is. Did you just fart? Get the fuck away from me. God damn it. Go away. Go away. Quit coming over here and fart next to me. Go. No. Go. What? Stay away from me. All right, yeah, I can't find it. I don't know. My bad. But there is, just Google it. I don't know. Google's trash these days. So maybe you won't find it. I can't find shit on Google these days. But there is a long ass article about how to ask good questions. Go read that. Also, you'll probably want to hold on, give me a second. Sorry, my dog is, yeah, I had to take him, but he was going to get slapped if he didn't shut up. He annoys the hell out of me. All right, so yeah, you'll just have to Google for it. I can't find it, and apparently I don't know where it is unless I go back to this wiki that Yanni says that it could be in. Hey Yanni, I think that, what are you working on? I think we need to get this in order a little bit better somehow. The reason why is that maybe we can share this, with others. It could become useful to other people. Obviously, this is for me, for my stuff that I do here. That I used to do. I don't really do it anymore as much. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know where the thing is. I have too many repos. View all repos. I think this was one of my first ones too, so it should be. Oh, docs. This could be it. It could be in here. Summary, company values. No. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Maybe, this was closed. Okay, I think I moved it. Maybe it got moved to here. Learning resources. No, this isn't it either. Yeah, all right, so Yanni, I think it may be worth going through this and figuring out what's where and what's what, and just get it all in one place. Yeah, I don't. You know what? This could be in my Slack too. Let me check my Slack. I have one of the cool things about Slack is you can keep everything. here. I don't know if y'all know this, but Slack stands for search all not. It's like a search log anywhere now. It's something about searching all your logs anywhere, something like that. You want to get out of dev? Why? I just don't want to do anything. Maybe getting more into the planning side of software like project management. I see. I don't know. My advice is do what you want. Like just do it, right? That's what I do. Pretty much everything. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in being stopped. So let's say, for instance, if I wanted to learn a certain technology or use a certain stack or whatever, yes, my first instinct wouldn't be, let me go look for a job. In fact, that's never been my instinct. That's generally my last resort. It's like, oh, I guess I'll go get a job. Or I'll get a job when I know that there's something that I can be learned, and it's much faster for me to learn it with other people than to go and do it on my own. We're gonna go into general, I think. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. We'll just search for everything. We're gonna search for asking questions, asking good questions. I think I may have mentioned something about this. No, I didn't. Let's just see. Maybe I have questions. Files. And which channels would they have been most likely post supply? And let's see. Do we have? Question. Okay, no, I guess, yeah, I can't find it. Maybe I'll try to share it another day. All right, man. Peace, Yanni. See you later. See, I want to live in the country and have animals and plants, but that's a couple years away. Where are you based at? What part of? I imagine you're in the U.S., but like, what part of the U.S. are you in? I'm a mix. I like city life, or no, that's a lie. I like being in a city, having access to city conveniences, but I hate being around people. So, like, I'm more of a either or. Like, either I want to live basically how I'm living now, which is, where I am, or be in the middle of nowhere where nobody's around me. I don't really want that in between, like suburbs. No, thank you. I would happily. Oh, you're in San Antonio. Did you know that I used to live in San Antonio? Just out of curiosity. I don't know if I've ever said that. Yeah, I used to live in San Antonio. Let me pull up a map. I'll show you where I lived. All right, so when I was there, I lived in a high rise on North St. Mary Street. Where's North St. Mary Street? Oh, Santa Rosa. No, here, North Santa Rosa Street. So here, let me see if I can put a little thingamajig here. Further down that way. See, I live here for real. You ain't think I like I lived here for real, bro. Like, so I lived here. After I graduated, right here, I lived on the 12th or 13th floor, and I actually worked just over here at this building right here, or at least we ended up moving to here after the fact. But this building here, worked in this building for not this building, I'm sorry, this building here, worked in this building up high on the like 20 something floor. I had a view of my school that I went to. I'll show you the school that I went to. I live in Houston. I'm from Houston, but I used to live in San Antonio when I went to college, as well as when I graduated college. So I lived in this first place with my first girlfriend, actually. And strangely enough, I actually proposed to her, and she thought she deserved better, right? So like, this is where I was able to get, as a 21 years old, I guess this wasn't good enough. Apparently she felt much higher about herself. And she kept rubbing it in my face that some Indian guy who she knew was making 80K. What's crazy is that I got to a point where I was making what he was making in a year and a fucking month. And I'm like, she works at PetSmart now, just FYI. the saga is complete. She got what she deserved. She got what she wanted. She works at PetSmart. She's strong, independent. You know? So yeah, I look back. I'm like, man, thank God. Disgusting, huh? She cheated. Like, she ain't cheated on me. Maybe she did. I don't know. But she cheated on a few other people. So I don't feel bad calling it disgusting, huh? All right. Anyway, so here's the other place where I lived for a little bit off of Mulberry. Here, right over here. So we'll put on, and let's try to get it here. Maybe it'll do it. Yeah. So yeah, here we go. So I lived here for a little bit. This is on campus, by the way. I lived in, well, you can't see it here. I think we got to go back. I'll show you the other one. Make this a little bit bigger and we'll zoom in. Told you I for real lived here, so I know the area very well. What part of San Antonio do you live in? Well, I guess I can show you the other place. Yeah, let me get out of here. So we'll move a little. Where's the little thingamajig, little guy? So we'll do. It's probably not gonna let me do it there, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, it did. It let me do it. Oh, this was the soccer. Okay, I remember this. I know where this is now. Yeah. So I lived over here for a little bit, and then I lived in Castle Hills. Castle Hills is gosh, I think Castle Hills is over here. Oh, where's 410? Oh, here we are. 410. Yeah, I lived in Castle Hills for a bit, and this is where I got my first motorcycle stolen. Was at home. So I moved to Castle Hills. I moved in Section 8 housing after my then fiance decided that she deserved better. So I went and moved into a 1-bedroom. In fact, the Chinese restaurant that me and my other girlfriend used to go to is right here. I moved into my little 1-bedroom, $660 a month for my little 1-bedroom. So I went from paying $1,500 a month in my apartment. I was paying I was paying most of the rent, but I was paying $1,500 a month for that 1-bedroom high rise in San Antonio, which in 2011, that's a lot of money. And I'm sure you'll agree, right? San Antonio is cheap. Like $1,500 for a one bedroom in 2012 was a lot of money at that time. So yeah, I lived off of Lock Hill, Selma. So there is actually a H-E-B out here, as well as it's not far from, gosh, what's that place? What's the place that it's not far from? The north side of San Antonio. What's the place that is called? La Cantera, 1604. That place. It wasn't far from there. It was like 15 minutes from there. And after that, I moved to the Alien out here next to Six Flags. I think Alien is here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just put it here. Is this Alien? No, wait. Oh, maybe here. There we are. Let me put the name of it right there, maybe. Well, wherever the Alien is, if you live in San Antonio, you know where the hell it is. I used to live there, and then after that, where else did I go? Did I move back home after that? I think I moved. Yeah. I moved back home. So me and my girlfriend at that time, we moved to Houston, and I went back home, went back home, Sunnyside, and then ended up going to Cypress and then elsewhere. Yeah. So yeah, I've been back home in Houston for a while after I came back to America. I lived outside of the country for a little bit, came back here for a vacation. The other country got shut back down due to COVID. I was paying $300 a night for a hotel. I wasn't about to keep doing that. Not for infinite amount, not for indefinite amount of time. So I ended up just coming back home to here. I had a unit here, so I just came back here. So you're in the northwest near Calibra. Oh, okay. So you're are you wait Calibra? That's near UTSA, right? Are you? How far are you from that Culver's? You know where the Culver's is? If you don't know about Culver's, you need to go. It's my favorite place. My favorite fast food place that I can't have here. They don't have them here, unfortunately. Let me find it. So I think it's gonna be out here. De Zavala. Yeah, it's off of De Zavala, I think. Yeah, De Zavala. That sounds or that feels right. Yes, it's off of De Zavala. In fact, I used to work at a startup here, right off of here. So here, right here, you should go here. If you've never been here, you need to go check it out. Go to Culver's. Get you, what do you call those things? They got like the I don't know what you call them. They're delicious. You need to go there. Oh, you ain't know they had Culver's? Where are you from? Wait, where are you from? Oh, you're from Chicago. Oh, hey, look at that, man. I'm over here helping you out. You didn't even know. What are the odds you come to a random ass stream on the internet? You living in San Antonio, and this dude in Houston's over here telling you about restaurants that you had in Chicago you ain't know about. How interesting is that? Yo, what's up, Steve? I see you here. Appreciate it. I'm surprised you can see it from the small thing. Appreciate it. How you been doing? Wait, who's this? Oh, wait, who's just talking about? I think you're in Chicago, right? He's like, wait, there's a Culver's up here. Hey, we coming full circle. If there's anybody in Houston, we have a Culver's here in Houston. It's in the Woodlands though. It's far as fuck from where I live, which is why I don't go. I'd soonest go to the Culver's in San Antonio before I go to Culver's in the Woodlands. There's another place you need to go try out if you haven't been. It's called Bush's Fried Chicken. It's off of Bandera in Leon Valley. Let me pull it up right quick. I think it's off of Eckhart actually, or maybe before Eckhart. Heapner. I think it's near Heapner. Let me put it here. We'll see. If you haven't been here, you need to go check it out. Like for real. It's delicious. Let me make sure we're going the right way. This has been years since I lived here, so like, bear with me. Is it? I think it's. Oh yeah, it's this way. Yes, this way. Hopefully it's still open. I haven't been back to San Antonio in years because, well, let's just say things have happened in my life to where there's have very little reason to go there anymore. I think this is it right here. Oh no, that's not it. Let's keep going. Maybe it's past Eckhart. Here it is. I see it. It's right there. It's right next to that Valero. Yeah, you need to go here. Bush's Chicken. This is... Wait, how come you won't let me go into it? Yeah, you need to go Bush's Chicken. It's delicious. Doing good. You've been busy with work, slowing down for Thanksgiving now. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving is in a couple days. Got any plans? Are you doing anything? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving, or are you just, I'm asking for real because I know a little bit about you. That's why I'm curious. Like, do you actually celebrate it? Or are you it's just a holiday? Kind of like with me. It's just a holiday. Wait, how do you feel about Houston? What about Houston? What happened in Houston? Did you used to live in Houston? Is that it? Or what? But yeah, definitely go check out Bush's fried chicken. It's delicious. There's also, if you're interested in like other like cuisines, I can give you some recommendations. I'm really big on food, like real talk. You can ask most people that's the thing that I do. I also cook too. If you follow me on Instagram, you may see it every now and again. Where is the restaurant at? It's not in Helotes. I think it's over here. On the east side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was on the east side. Hold on, bear with me. I'm thinking. I'm a motorcycle rider, so I actually am imagining myself how I would get there. So I remember I would wait. Where's 281? Where's 281? I don't know the name of it either. That's why I can't just go and search for it. All right, here's 281. Okay, so yeah, I would take 281 and then I would come down Broadway, and then at one point I would make a right. Where did I make that right? It wasn't Mulberry. It. Oh, was it Alamo Heights? Yes, it may have been Austin Highway. Yeah, maybe here. So this could be it right here. Let me pull up pin. I will know it if I see it. Yes, it's off of this street. The car wash. Oh, I'm right next to it too. I used to wash my motorcycle in my first car that I bought myself here. Yeah, like for real. I'm like dead ass lived here for real for a while. So there's a lot of there's Thai restaurants down this street. There is Korean restaurants further down this street because it's near the base. Fort Sam Houston. I think it's Fort Sam Houston, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's near the base. So if you go there, there's a lot of like Thai, not Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican, Korean, and what else is out here? That's all I can remember for now. Yeah, unfortunately, that's all I can remember. But yeah, there's some restaurants out here in Alamo Heights area. And obviously, I'm pretty sure there's some new stuff out in the Pearl Brewery. And I'm pretty sure you've been to most of these places. I used to go here often just due to the fact that I went to Trinity. By the way, that's why I went to Trinity. So as a result of that, I spent a lot of time like in the downtown area and just around school, which school is literally right here, Mulberry. You just drive down this street a few minutes, you're downtown. Obviously you got the zoo over here. That's literally a walk under the bridge and all the museums that they have. So I know that area fairly well, I think. All right, let's see here. Oh wait, sorry. You live off of 290 near West Road in Houston. Crazy X in Houston. West Road. West. I don't know where West is, but I used to live off of 292 back when I moved to Cypress. I was Barker Cypress. I was far out 290. I'm assuming that you were closer to the city here in Houston, right? So here's 290. So yeah, so I was 290 way the hell out here, Barker Cypress, way out here. I'm assuming that you were closer to here. Yeah, West Road. Yeah, I see. Did you used to live in Acres Home or near Acres Home? Or do you know anybody from Jersey Village? Sorry, curious, because half of my family, well, you don't know this, half of my family lives in, maybe not a half, maybe a quarter of my family lives in Acres Home area, Jersey Village area. Yeah, Jersey Village. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I actually know where that is. I know where all these areas are. Where else? Let me see. Well, IDK, what celebrating it means. Like my family makes a turkey. Well, yeah, that's celebrating it. You go out and do the turkey. You do the Thanksgiving stuff. So that's yeah, you celebrated. Okay. Let's see. I'm not going to Atlanta to visit my parents. Oh, but you're going to Atlanta to visit your parents. I see. Yo, what's up, Kyle? How you doing? We're just talking about stuff. I found out that one of the Marshall B. Codes, he's living in San Antonio. So I was giving them some food recommendations in San Antonio. So Kyle knows that I enjoy food. He can vouch. Like, I have a fairly high standard for food. So I'm not just like giving you some shit recommendations. Although like for obviously fried chicken can only be so good, right? Actually, no, there is a barbecue restaurant that you need to try. I don't know what it's called, unfortunately. But I think it's in Balcones Heights, if I'm not mistaken. It is a barbecue restaurant. If we can find, I have a memory where if I see it, I remember. It's weird. That's how my recall works. Bill Miller Barbecue is the trash. It's disgusting. Let's see. San Antonio BBQ La Barbecue Pitmaster opens BBQ. New SA Smokehouse has ties with barbecue. All right, so what's the name of it? Is it 2M Smokehouse? Is this the name of it? Yes, this place. 2M Smokehouse. Y'all are witnessing in real time how I recall information. It's always indirectly. So yeah, go here. Go to this place. What's TLH? I don't know what TLH means. Kyle, what does that mean? You do? I even though I exist on the internet, I'm not truly an internet person. I don't know what the hell that means. What does that mean? What about you? Got plans for Thanksgiving? Yes, I plan to do a live stream. I plan to edit a video, maybe record some content for a new video, and I may do some work for One Signal. There's some blog post stuff that I want to write. Oh yeah, turkey leg up. My bad. There's some documentation stuff that I want to write. I would like to get another add some more functionality to YT Slackbot. What else? What else can I do? Maybe I'll go to the gym. I don't know. Oh well, no, I can't go to the gym. It'll be closed. Yeah, I don't know. I may go. I don't like Thanksgiving. No, every now and again, no, not every now and again, but I may go to one of my family members' houses. Maybe, I don't know. My barber, he was like, he wants me to come to his thing. I was like, we'll see. I don't know. I'm a very to myself kind of person these days. I don't like going or doing anything. Let's just say the events that have happened in my life have made it such that I would just prefer to stay home and just not interact with other folks. But yeah, if you ever want to hit up this place, Marshall, I'm happy to not during this holiday. I mean, I'm happy to come down to San Antonio because I do still know folks there. Maybe I can also just go give a talk at school to kind of justify the 3.5 hours of me driving to freaking San Antonio. Yeah, I'll hit up somebody at school and see if I can do a talk or something. And yeah, maybe we can go hit up this barbecue spot. And Kyle, earlier before you got here, 20 hours later, I won't say his name here, but 20 hours later, and I think maybe even Yanni, we were talking about we should probably do another meetup, for next year. And I proposed Las Vegas. Reasoning is that it's cheap to get to, it's cheap to stay in. There's a lot of entertainment options. There's a lot of food options. There's also nature stuff that we can go and do, actual nature, not nature. We can go out and do nature stuff at the parks. Yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe we can do that where we do a 2 or 3 day type of thing, and maybe next year. And I also proposed, or it's in the VOD, but I know you won't go back and watch it. I also talked about doing a hackathon because I know that you specifically, and maybe even Joe, want to do a hackathon. So I was like, it would be kind of cool if we could do a live stream hackathon where we kind of run the hackathon, and obviously people are where they are, but we're live streaming the stuff and keeping people engaged, and we have teams, but they're all remote. And the thing that would make it unique is that we can pair senior engineers from top tech companies with regular folks. Obviously, we would need to work on the supply of top tech talent, who are willing to do it. That's the key, right? It's we know a lot of people who work in tech at top companies who are doing very, very well, but it needs to be someone who also has the time to do it and willingness to do it. You say you are working on shipping stuff to different networks on air gap, and then I need to pack to head to DE. What's DE? Pretend that I'm from Texas and I only know states that matter. I'm assuming DE is a state. Is it a state? DE is a state? Yeah, hackathon, we could do some iteration, but I have done a few at old companies. Yeah, I've only done a few as well. The last hackathon that I did that was similar to this was the GitHub Africa hackathon, where the participants were, it was like an international hackathon where it's like we had, you know, the diaspora, black people. I'll just say, well, we had black people here as well as black people there, and like we all worked together over the time zones. But it was just two places. It was Nigeria and I think Atlanta. Those were the two time zones that we centered around, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Atlanta, and it went okay. One of the things that we ran into is just like internet connectivity is hard, right? Like that is really difficult when you're in countries like there, right? So, oh, Delaware, I see. Oh yeah, I'm on LinkedIn too. You can hit me up there. I will say I'm a worse LinkedIner, if that's a word, than I am a YouTuber. Like I hop on LinkedIn sometimes, but yeah, I will. Yeah, just message me. I would encourage you to also include either your phone number or email, and when I see it, you may get a random text one day, and that's how I will communicate with you, is via text, because that's how I communicate with everyone. Yeah, I need to go here before it goes away. There's a barbecue restaurant here in Houston for whoever's in Houston or coming to Houston. It is owned by a Vietnamese guy. He's actually a motorcycle fan as well. It's called Koi Barbecue. Kyle, if y'all would have stayed here longer, you know, we could have went to some of these places. You know, that 1-2 nights. You know, only so much we can do. But yeah, here we are. We got he's calling it Viet Tex Barbecue. But yeah, like you got pho with brisket. You know, they got the sausage it's like a Vietnamese style sausage. I think it has like lemongrass and like some really wonderful flavors in it. It's pretty good, and I like seeing, you know, the fact that my city is so great. It's better than all the other cities. If you disagree, I don't care. Feel free. Call back over the stream. All this Texas food is making me hungry. Hey, that's why we so fat down here. You ever heard, who is his name? He's the commentator. They call him Charles Barkley. Yeah. He be talking about, I know Marshall B. Codes. I know, you know, them San Antonio, you know, they got some big ones out there. Man, like it was San Antonio, like the funniest stuff. I remember going to Fiesta, Texas. I would always just have the season passes, and I would go to Fiesta, Texas, and it would never cease to amaze me how many of those people would try to fit into these roller coasters. And it's just like, it's like 40% of your body is hanging out of this thing, bro. Like, and you still here. Hey, they still big. I ain't been down there in a while. I ain't know if they were still big or not. Hey, you don't, if you don't know until you go to San Antonio, bro. Like, he ain't lying, bro. I remember when I lived there, because when I went to San Antonio, I had been there a couple times, but I've never really been there because San Antonio is a tourist place, and most people who go there, especially from Houston, they're going to go to SeaWorld or Six Flags. They're not really going to San Antonio. So I have been to San Antonio maybe twice in my whole entire life. And when I applied to Trinity, I applied in spite. I didn't want to go to Rice because I would have had to live at home. So I decided to apply to Trinity last minute. I didn't know anything about their programs. I didn't even really know it was in San Antonio until I was doing the application. And I go there. I did the campus visit. The campus visit for me, because I applied late, was the week before new freshman orientation started. Right. So I came and I was basically, we got to come to campus a week early or 2 weeks early or something like that. So I came early and I just stayed there. And I remember the first day, me just walking around, and I noticed how large the people in San Antonio were. And it was weird. There was two things I noticed. It wasn't just that. The first thing I noticed, no black people. That was the first thing I noticed. I was starting to get a little bit weird because I was like, no. I was like, wait, I'm gonna have to stay. Especially at Trinity, it's like, what? I didn't know anything about it. It was a culture shock for me because I'm from Houston. Anybody who's been to Houston, you understand, like, you know, you get used to being here and then you go to somewhere else and it's not that. You're like, wait, what? So I was like, well, so No black people, and it was big people, bigger than I could have imagined. Like disgustingly big. And yeah. Yeah, San Antonio is I'm glad I'm not there. You have fun. I don't know. I want this to be a family show. I'm not gonna talk about how big they are, but you should go there. You should go there. Just make sure you get your gains up though. You want to make sure you can handle it. It's a lot of inertia you got to control. You know. You can't go to one of these these dance halls. You got to make sure you're in tip top shape. You know, when they start spinning and moving real fast, you got to make sure you can control them, man. Do you go to any of those dance halls, Marshall? For what it's worth, for those who aren't in Texas or don't know about Texas, dance halls are a thing here. And they are really a thing in San Antonio, more so than in Houston, I think. But it's a thing. So here you go. I'll pull up some pictures in case y'all don't know. I mean, you don't have to dance. I don't dance either, but I've still been to them. It's something to go to. Like if you ain't been, you need to go. Like how you in Texas and you haven't been to a dance hall, bro? Like you got to go. This is what they are. It's just like it's not you know, it's country music. They don't dance. I mean, you know, they move around. It ain't dancing. You can do it. But yeah, this is like a thing for real in San Antonio. So if you haven't done it, you should go. I think I've been to the Thirsty Horse. Let me see if this is off of I-10. I've definitely been to Thirsty Horse. No, it's not. I haven't been to that one. There's one off of I-10 up here somewhere that I went to. Is it still open or did they close it? Or maybe they don't classify themselves as that. Maybe it's something else. But a lot of the bigger ones are off of like for whatever the loop is. And I think the biggest one that I've seen, I've never been to it, but this one right here. Oh wait, is it this one or is it this one? I'm not sure which one it is. One of them is like you're driving on 410 and this is really big. Oh, okay. Wait. Here, look at this. I would call her average in San Antonio. She's average. She's not that big for San Antonio. Like real talk. She's not that big for San Antonio. Oh yeah. Instagram, honestly, Instagram was probably better. I thought you wanted to use LinkedIn because some people are like, I don't know. I just accept people's preference. I don't know. Some people like they try to want to be extra professional and they don't realize that I'm not a professional. I am, but I'm a professional in the strictest definition of the word, which I don't think many people understand what professional means because they'll say words like, oh, it's not professional. It's like professional just means that you get paid to do the thing. Actually, I'm gonna show you. I'm not just over here making up stuff. Open up my dictionary and we're gonna look up professional just to make sure that I'm not over here just making up lies. Maybe I will learn that professional is not what I thought it was my entire life. Or maybe it's exactly what it is. Someone who's engaged in a professional and for a profession, and what makes it a profession, you get paid. So yeah, I'm not one of those corporate types. You can message me wherever. LinkedIn is not LinkedIn. Instagram, you will get a response much quicker. LinkedIn is when I decide to check it, which is rarely. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's rarely. Man, I've seen some big ones too, and I was big back then. Not big but like I used to be an athlete. You can't tell now, but I used to be an athlete. Yeah, man. Like I'm like I can't handle that. I'm 6'4". Back then, when I was in shape, I was like 224. You know, like 8% body fat. I couldn't handle them. Like I could deadlift 550, but nah, I can't handle them. No thanks. Not about to fucking suffocate me while I'm in the bed. Nah, I'm good. All right. Well, anyways, I I need to go and take my dog out for a bit of a walk. Plus, I've been here streaming for 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out. If y'all enjoyed this, I would appreciate a thumbs up. That actually does help me more than a subscription. Although a subscription would help too. You wanna do that? Subscribe here on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitch, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on wherever else I stream. I stream everywhere. Follow me there. And I hope to see you all in the next stream. If you have questions, you can feel free to leave them in the VOD. Or you can go to my link tree and you can figure out a way to message me there. But until then, y'all have a good rest of the day. I will potentially see y'all. Oh no, I'll be here tomorrow, but it'll be for work. So I have a live stream that I'm going to be pairing with Andrew from Dev Cycle, showing how to use showing how to use not environment variables. What do you call those things? Feature flags. Yeah, we're discussing feature flagging and going over a service that allows you to turn on and off feature flags based off of whatever arbitrary conditions that you set from a web portal on the internet. All right, so we'll be getting into that tomorrow. So if you would like to tune in, I think that's going to happen at, hold on, I actually don't know when it's going to happen. Do I have an invite for that? That may be why I don't know. I live life one day at a time. Oh, it's not on here. Oh, I have 2 meetings. Oh shit. Hold on. I just realized that I need to get the thing. All right, so we're on for 1 p.m. Okay, so it's gonna happen at 1 p.m. Tomorrow. Okay, I have a meeting before that too. Oh wait, so actually I'll see you at, what time is it? 12:30. Yeah, 12:30. Okay, all right, cool. So yeah, I will have a live stream with Dev Cycle with Andrew McLean at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And I think that stream will last for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And that'll be the last stream for work this week. I don't know if I'll stream on Thursday. If I do, it'll be late, but I may do something on Friday. And expect a video to be published by next week, by Monday. So I'll probably publish it before then, but it'll be published by Monday. So it'll be more of a vlog style thing. Me getting my hair cut, me going to the restaurant to go eat, me hanging out with my neighbors here and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so hopefully, yeah, all that. Feel free to join the thing. I don't have a link for it, but it'll be on here. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day. Peace.